Hello and welcome everyone. Today we will continue on with the machine learning spam classifier. In the previous tutorial, we created and trained a Naïve Bayes model. If you haven't seen the previous video, be sure to check it out. In this video, we will import this model and see how to run it against an actual email account. Using this model, classify whether a given message is ham or spam. First thing first, we need to be able to access the Outlook native application. We will make use of the Win32 library. Make sure you have this library installed and imported. I am importing it at the top as win32com.client. This will help us access the Outlook application and grab a session and perform subsequent operations in the Outlook. I'm also importing the regular expression to clean up the email body, and pandas to perform data operations. We will use pickle to import the model, and finally matplotlib to visualize the data. Let's get started. Let's initiate an instance of Outlook. I'll do this by calling client.dispatch and passing in outlook.application. This will give us an instance of Outlook. Just like communicating with any other app, we'll need to initiate a session. We can do this by calling the getNamespace function. To the namespace, we are passing the MAPI protocol, or the Messaging Application Programming Interface API for Microsoft Windows. MAPI is designed to be independent protocol. It is used to communicate with Microsoft Exchange Server. If you have configured multiple accounts in your Outlook, you'll need to pass in the account name when accessing its folders. In this case, I am passing my Gmail account. Now we can target the specific folders under this account. So to the account.folders, I'll pass in the inbox folder name. We can access the emails under this folder now. Let's call the items.count to check how many emails are there in this inbox. We can loop through the inbox items and save them to messages variable. I will execute this loop, and depending on the amount of messages you have in your inbox, it may take few seconds. Okay, so what we want to achieve is that we will run our model, and if a message is flagged as spam, then we want to move that message to a different folder. We will go ahead and create a new folder called spam email with the help of folder.add function and passing it the name of the folder. Let me open up Outlook and give you a preview of the mailbox in the Outlook. I have my Gmail account configured and open in Outlook, and all my messages are in the inbox folder. So the aim is to create a new folder and start moving the spam messages to this folder. I'll go ahead and run the cell to create this new folder. Our email setup is ready. Now we are ready to import the model and load it with the help of pickle. It will be pickle.load, and we will need to pass in the file location. I have my model and count vectorizer in the same folder as my notebook. So if your location is different, then be sure to supply the correct folder path. I'll also bring in the count vectorizer. Remember, the count vectorizer is required to convert text, as the model does not accept text features. I am saving both of these to local variables, so I can access these down below. I'll go ahead and run the cell to import the model and the count vectorizer. Let's move on to the main part that does the heavy lifting. Let's go over the code first. We start off with two empty lists, ham and spam, followed by a counter variable which is initialized as 0. We declared a new data frame with 3 columns, spam, message, and number. We will append data in the for loop to this data frame. We are looping through the messages in our messages variable, and we are incrementing the counter by 1 in each iteration. We are cleaning up the message body with the help of regular expressions and stripping any leading or trailing spaces in the body. The outcome is saved in data variable. We are converting this variable with the help of countVectorizer.transform. Our message body will be converted to a numeric matrix, and Finally, we are passing this matrix to the model.predict function. Model will classify each message as ham or spam. If model returns a 0, then it is a ham message, and we append the data to the data frame provided the ham flag, message body, and the counter. Let me switch I with the counter. This will be a row count. If the I is equal 1, then we change the flag to spam and try to move the message to the spam folder. On failure, we print out a message, and finally, we are printing the counter. I'll go ahead and run this cell, and based on the message body, the model will classify each message. It is printing out the label along with the counter. It'll take time depending on the amount of messages you have in your inbox. Let's head over to Outlook. We should see a new folder and hopefully messages flowing to this new folder from the inbox. Here we go. We have a new folder called spam email, and we can see in real time the model is processing the messages and they are being moved to the spam folder if they're classified as spam. The message count in our inbox is decreasing as the model is going through the messages. The ham messages will stay in the inbox, and the spam messages are being moved to the spam email folder. I'll give it some time to run through all the messages before moving back to the notebook. This is how our inbox stands after the classification process. We have about 1,287 spam messages, and they are moved to the spam folder, and 300 odd ham messages that are still in the inbox. I'll go ahead and move back to the notebook. The classification process is complete. I'll go ahead and call the data frame to get a preview of the data. We have the ham or spam flag along with the actual message. If you want, we can save this data frame to a CSV file for further analysis, and we can also add it to our training data set. Let's go ahead and check the ham and spam message count by calling the value count on this column. It gives us the exact number of ham and spam messages in our data set. We can also plot this data into a pie chart to see the distribution of messages. We have about 78% spam messages and 22% ham messages. You can further analyze this data. This is how we can leverage a machine learning model to classify our email messages. I hope you find this session useful. If you like the content, be sure to like and subscribe. Post any questions that you may have. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.